Now there will be times when you have a list and you want to check whether a particular element resides in the list or not. Now to perform a check whether an item is included in a list or not, we can use the in operator. Now the in operator checks whether a specified value is a constituent element of a sequence, like a string or an array, a tuple, or, like we'll cover in this example, lists. Now this can come in very useful in programming, and we'll see use cases for this operation in upcoming projects that we'll tackle together. For example, let's imagine I have a list which contains my mum's favourite music artists. So we'll create a variable called fav_artists, and we'll set this to a list with the strings Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, Dua Lipa, Adele, and Stormzy. Now to check if Adele forms part of fav_artists, we can use the in keyword, and we can simply type Adele as the string that we're checking for, in fav_artists. When we run this code, we get true returned, telling us that Adele does form part of the list. If we check to see if Beyonce is in fav_artists, you can see we get false returned, which tells us that Beyonce is not in this list. Now let's think of a programming scenario where this could come in useful. Maybe we are building an application for my mum where she can add and remove her favourite artists from the list. These checks would be great in conditional statements where we first check to see if an artist is already included. If it's not, we can then get the program to append the new artist name to the list. Whereas if the artist is already included in the list, we would not get the program to append the new artist. Now this is obviously a basic example, but it's a very useful operator that enables us to perform a conditional check. We can also obtain the inverse result by using the not in operator, so simply preceding the in operator with the word not. So if I were to type Sia, not in fav_artists, we get true because Sia is not in the list. And because we're asking whether Sia is not in the list, the code evaluates to true. If we type Ed Sheeran, not in fav_artists, we get false returned, as Ed Sheeran is in the list, so the not in operator will evaluate to false. So hopefully the in and not in operators are self-explanatory. We can check to see if items form part of a list object, as well as other containers such as tuples, and we'll see this shortly. Now we will see the in operator later in the course when we cover conditional statements, as we will use the in operator when performing conditional checks. So remember, the in operator returns a Boolean result evaluating to either true or false. When the specified value is found inside the sequence, the statement returns true, whereas when it's not found, we get false. The not in operator is similar but obtains the opposite result.